The start of 2026 should have been quiet for BLACKPINK, at least on the surface. No official comeback posters, no confirmed album dates, no press releases from YG Entertainment, and yet, the tension in the air was unmistakable. As the new year began, subtle movements from the members reignited a familiar cycle of speculation, excitement, and anxiety within the fandom. In the world of K-pop, silence is rarely accidental, and every casual interaction can become a spark. On January 4th, Lisa appeared on a Bubble Live, presenting herself in a relaxed, almost domestic setting, cooking traditional Korean rice cake soup. She spoke casually about her year, her memories, and her routine. But beneath the warm atmosphere was something fans have learned never to ignore. Despite a packed filming schedule for an upcoming Netflix project, Lisa chose to go live, to connect, to talk. In K-pop culture, timing is everything, and idols don't appear without reason. Her reflections on major milestones like global festivals, acting projects, and her solo album felt less like nostalgia and more like a chapter closing. Then came the moment that shifted everything. Near the end of the broadcast, Lisa mentioned that something is coming, only to pull back immediately, reminding fans that she hates spoilers. For casual viewers, it was nothing more than playful teasing. For seasoned K-pop fans, it was a calculated pause. Especially when placed next to mentions of remaining concerts and long-term schedules, the words carried weight. In an industry built on anticipation, even hesitation becomes a message. As the clips spread, discussions exploded. Was this about BLACKPINK? Was it solo-related? Or was it something bigger, carefully hidden behind vague phrasing and corporate silence? In K-pop, artists walk a thin line between honesty and obligation, between wanting to share and being forced to withhold. Lisa's smile may have looked effortless, but the pressure behind it told a deeper story. And this was only the beginning. If you think this moment was just harmless fan service, stay with me. Make sure to subscribe, follow the channel, and keep watching. Because what unfolds next reveals how calculated every move in K-pop truly is. As speculation around Lisa's words continued to spread, the focus quickly shifted from individual hints to the machinery behind them. In K-pop, rumors do not exist in a vacuum. They collide with corporate strategy, fan expectations, and a tightly controlled information flow that often fuels more confusion than clarity. When online discussions suggested that BLACKPINK might be preparing a first quarter 2026 comeback, the fandom reacted instantly, dissecting every date, every leak, every supposed insider schedule. The most talked about claim pointed to a late January release window, a detail that immediately raised eyebrows. Veteran fans noticed inconsistencies, questioning why a major release would land on a weekday rather than the industry standard Friday. This uncertainty only intensified the drama, highlighting a recurring frustration within the BLACKPINK fandom, the constant gap between anticipation and confirmation. YG Entertainment's silence did nothing to calm the storm. In fact, it amplified it. In K-pop, when agencies say nothing, fans assume everything. Adding fuel to the fire, Jisoo shared a simple, comforting message to fans through her app, wishing them rest and a smooth start to the year. On the surface, it was harmless. But timing turned it into something else entirely. Fans interpreted her warmth as reassurance, as if she was quietly acknowledging the tension without addressing it directly. Soon after, a short clip of Jisoo leaving her birthday celebration went viral, with fans convinced they spotted a subtle spoiler hidden in her movements. Whether intentional or imagined, it didn't matter. The narrative had already taken shape. Meanwhile, eagle-eyed fans noticed an unavailable video appearing in BLACKPINK's official playlist on YG's YouTube channel. For many, this was the final piece of the puzzle. Comeback trailer? Hidden teaser? Or simply a recycled asset? The problem was never the truth. It was the waiting. K-pop thrives on controlled chaos, and moments like this reveal how deeply fans are conditioned to search for meaning in absence. But behind the speculation lies a harsher reality. Idols carry the burden of expectation while being denied the freedom to speak openly. Every gesture is scrutinized, every silence questioned. As excitement builds, pressure quietly accumulates. And as we move forward, it becomes clear that the real conflict isn't just about a comeback, but about control. While comeback rumors dominated online conversations, the reality behind the scenes told a different story. BLACKPINK was not moving as a single unit, but as four individual brands navigating an industry that increasingly prioritizes solo profitability over group identity. This shift has created a quiet tension that fans sense but rarely confront directly. The start of 2026 made one thing clear: the spotlight was splitting. and not everyone was standing in the same place. Jisoo subtly redirected attention during her birthday fan meeting when she confirmed that her solo comeback was coming soon. The announcement was brief, almost casual, yet its impact was immediate. Fans erupted with excitement, urging her to aim for major global playlists and strong chart debuts. Her reaction was lighthearted, but the implications were serious. In today's K-pop landscape, solo releases are no longer side projects. They are tests of market power, global relevance, and individual longevity beyond group fame. At the same time, Lisa's name surfaced in reports about an upcoming collaboration with major global brands scheduled for February. Fashion, endorsements, and cross-industry partnerships have become strategic tools, allowing idols to maintain visibility even when music activities slow down. But this visibility comes at a cost. As individual schedules grow heavier, the window for group activities narrows. What fans celebrate as success can quietly delay reunions they desperately want. Rosé's appearance at a private wedding might have seemed unrelated, yet it carried its own symbolism. Her interaction with members of Twice reignited discussions about cross-group friendships and industry alliances. While fans romanticize these moments, they also highlight an unspoken rivalry between top-tier girl groups competing for overlapping markets, festival slots, and brand deals. Behind every friendly interaction lies a shared understanding of competition. And then there was Jennie, preparing for major award stages and international festivals. With high-profile performances on the horizon, expectations grew that new solo music would follow. For many fans, this raised an uncomfortable question. If each member is moving forward at full speed alone, where does that leave BLACKPINK as a group? The pressure to succeed individually while preserving group unity is one of K-pop's most difficult balancing acts. And as the industry pushes idols to maximize output, something has to give. What that is becomes even clearer next. As individual schedules expanded, the cracks in the larger system became harder to ignore. K-pop often sells the illusion of harmony, but beneath the polished image lies constant negotiation between ambition, obligation, and exhaustion. BLACKPINK's situation in early 2026 exposed this reality with unusual clarity. Each member was booked, visible, and successful, yet the absence of a unified direction created a lingering unease that fans could feel but not fully explain. YG Entertainment's continued silence played a critical role in this tension. Without official confirmation or denial, fans were left to fill the gaps themselves, turning speculation into emotional investment. This dynamic places idols in an impossible position. They must maintain excitement without promising outcomes, reassure fans without breaking contracts, and remain present while being strategically withheld. The result is a cycle where pressure builds quietly, away from cameras. Interactions with other major groups only amplified this atmosphere. Moments involving Twice were celebrated publicly, but they also reminded fans that the top of the industry is crowded and unforgiving. Global festivals, brand partnerships, and award stages are limited spaces. Every appearance signals competition, whether acknowledged or not. In this environment, idols are not just artists, they are assets constantly being compared, ranked, and measured. What makes this darker is how normalized it has become. Smiles mask fatigue. Casual updates conceal stress. Fans are encouraged to stay patient while the system stretches artists thinner each year. Chapter by chapter, BLACKPINK's story reflects a larger industry problem, where success demands constant output and silence becomes strategy. And as the pressure peaks, the question is no longer when the comeback will happen, but what it will cost. By the time all the signs are laid out, the real story becomes impossible to ignore. BLACKPINK's early 2026 narrative is not just about teasers, solos, or rumored comeback dates. It is about survival inside an industry that thrives on pressure while pretending it doesn't exist. Fans see excitement. Agencies see strategy. Idols live somewhere in between, carrying expectations they didn't create but are expected to fulfill flawlessly. Every vague hint, every delayed announcement, every carefully timed appearance feeds a system built on emotional investment. The longer the silence lasts, the louder the speculation grows. And while fans debate theories online, the members continue moving forward individually, adapting to an industry that rewards constant relevance but rarely allows rest. Group unity becomes a concept to protect rather than a reality to enjoy. What makes this moment so volatile is that nothing feels accidental anymore. A smile can be a shield. A casual comment can trigger chaos. A simple delay can fracture trust. BLACKPINK stands at the center of this storm, not because they chose it, but because their success made them indispensable to a machine that never stops turning. As 2026 unfolds, the question is no longer whether BLACKPINK will return, but how much of themselves they will have to give when they do. If you want to keep uncovering the hidden pressures, the unspoken conflicts, and the real stories behind K-pop's biggest names, make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for the next chapter. This story is far from over.